Welcome to Module 7. This is really the last module of the regular semester because the module after this is basically you turning in your history project. So this module, I'm just assigning Chapter 12 in the small book, Thinking Through the Past. In fact, you've already read some of those, the secondary sources in there already, so it's actually going to be a shorter amount of reading. But you are responsible for the entirety of Chapter 12. There are no reading quizzes for this module. So if you have trouble with reading quizzes, you don't have any this module. So no reading quizzes, but you do have a primary source analysis on a letter from General Ulysses S. Grant to Edward Stanton that's in the book, and I list the page number in Canvas, which you would have read if you read the entire chapter 12. In addition, you have the same discussion question or discussion question type, an uncivil war. The discussion question for this module is very, very broad. So I kind of let you're the historian, and I want you to know, why did the Civil War turn out the way it did? I know, very broad. You do need to incorporate, though, the sources from Chapter 12. You need to incorporate 2 primary sources and 1 secondary source. So make sure you know what primary and secondary sources are. And in fact, in the book, it calls them secondary sources and primary sources, just like they have throughout this book. So the discussion post is very broad. I want you to think about it. This will be the last discussion post, regular discussion post of the semester of this class. So I expect a little bit more from you, at least 300 words, and then a reply to one of your fellow students, just like you've done in the past. But you need to incorporate at least 2 primary sources from Chapter 12 and 1 secondary source from Chapter 12 also. So no reading quizzes. Just the primary source analysis on the letter, primary source, right, from General Ulysses Grant, and also your discussion post. So that's about it for Module 7. I do want to remind you, your final project, that public history project where you have to go to a public site or monument, which is Module 8, I'll open that up. It'll be officially open the Friday next. I believe that's May 10th. And yeah, it is May 10th, and then you'll turn in that discussion, but it's not the typical discussion because it's going to be a 50 to 100 word intro telling you telling your fellow students and myself what you did your project on and some of the difficulties or the challenges you may have had with it, a little bit of background, and you need to attach the video, a 5 to 10 minute video of you at that place, at that monument, and answering all those questions. And the directions are in Module 8, which I've had open for the past 2 weeks. So you should be working on that. Or I talked to some students and they've already completed the video. They're just working on the introduction. So I make Module 7 a little bit easier because then you can kind of focus on your final project because that's right around the corner. Have a great week. Oh, one last thing, everybody. Today, Friday, May 3rd, is the last day to drop this course with the withdrawal. After today, Friday, May 3rd, you cannot drop this course. So if you're failing, it's going to be an F at the end. I can't drop you. You can't be dropped. But you have till today, or through the end of the day, to drop with the registrar through this college. If it's mathematically impossible for you to pass and you'd rather take the W than the F. All right, hopefully that's not a lot of you, and a lot of you are doing really well. I have a lot of A's and a lot of B's. So I can tell you a lot of you are keeping up with the readings and giving me some great analysis and some great discussions from the past couple of weeks. So I appreciate that. Have a great weekend. Don't forget about the history project because that's going to creep up, and then before you know it, you're going to be trying to get to one of these monuments or these public sites, and whoever knows what the weather's going to be like. Okay. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you later.